Welcome back to Venetian Poker Live. It is time for yet another final table of the $1,100 UltimateStack. I'm going to take you inside the Venetian Poker Room. Beautiful brand new Venetian Poker Room that just launched last summer. And would you look at that, absolutely stunning scenes here on the Las Vegas Strip. We're going to go inside the Venetian Poker Live streaming room to bring you this final table action with a ton of money up top yet again. Here we are inside the room. My name is Rem Karinkema. Donnie Peters and Tristan Wade alongside me for this final table action. Got quite an interesting final table here. We got a DJ, we got a poker pro, and a bunch more people hoping to take home that trophy that you see in the background. $82,000 up top for the champion, $13,600 for the final seven. Let's get this show on the road. Guys, what do we expect today?
Fireworks, baby. Fireworks.
He might be one of the worst players.
That's all I can say, too. I mean, one guy's runaway chip leader.
He's one of the best.
Obviously, there's some other people with 40 bigs or plus. We got two, kind of short stacks, I guess you could say, 20, around 20.
Sure. What's that?
But whenever you have 100 big blinds at a final table, like Mr. Peters says, fireworks should happen indeed.
All you young kids.
This young agent.
Yep.
So your fault, Daniel.
I mean, plenty of chips in play. There are obviously pay jumps and ICM considerations to think about, but let's see what happens.
I'm going to call this the final table of the nicknames, Donnie. No one here goes by their birth name. I'm not sure if their parents are happy with this.
That's it.
Dustin is like the only one.
Dustin Iannotti in C3. He's the only one. Everyone else said, this is my real name, but in quotations, this is what I would like you to call me.
Is the clock moving?
Should be a fun final table. If you're catching us on the Venetian Poker Live channel or on PokerGo, please let us know where you're watching from if you're enjoying the show. Was a bit of a hectic day yesterday, so apologies for those that were waiting for this stream yesterday, but no spoilers from us. We are as live as we can be. None of us in the booth know what happened last night either, so this is all new to everyone. This final table was played out yesterday. We had some technical difficulties, but those have been resolved, and here we bring this final table for you. And also would like to let you know that in less than 3 hours, the 100-200 no-limit cash game will start from this same streaming room, and that's going to be featuring Michael the Grinder Misraki, the reigning main event champion, as well as the man of the summer, Mr. Martin Cabral. So it's going to be one hell of a show tonight. That is Brian Oaken's game, JRB in the mix, Eric Wasserson in the mix. You all know, as regular viewers of the Venetian streams, when that crew comes together, our VPIP is 70%. Every single pot is going to get bigger than the previous one, so that should be a lot of fun. But first, let's focus on some tournament play, as these gentlemen are playing for, as I mentioned, $84,000 up top. Dustin Iannotti, no stranger to the streaming room here. We had him on earlier this year. He's got 150K in live career earnings.
Yeah, he's just going to make every final table, I'm assuming. That's his goal.
It's a good goal to have.
Donnie, Tristan, you guys both took a little dabble in this event.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, what can you guys tell us about these players? Did you guys cross paths with any of them?
Well, Griffith, he busted me.
There you go. I played with Ko, right there, folding, the big chip leader. He said on his bio, and he was talking about it a little bit at the table on day one, that the only reason he played this tournament is because he lost his passport. And he needs to source a new one or find his before he can ultimately head back to, I believe, Canada. But I think he played every single hand when I was there and was just running up a stack. A little bit of complaining in the mix that he was kind of just running into it. But, you know, when you're opening 3-deuce off and calling 3-bets, yeah, you're probably going to run into it a couple of times.
And how much can you complain when you get to the final table with 110 big blinds?
Exactly.
But, okay. You know, they call that a bitching theorem. Excuse my language, but, you know, that's a proven thing that once you just complain more about how unlucky you are and how bad you're running, then all of a sudden you just start to win. I've never really tried that theory yet, but.
Well, we got Kim here looking down at ace-king offsuit, facing a raise of 120,000 from the big blind. He's going to surely increase the price of poker a little bit here. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, you absolutely should be 3-betting these kind of hands. We're not that deep, even though we are deep. 40 bigs, you know, we want to reduce the size of the pot. We want to come with some big 3-bets from the big blind, big size.
Terry Kim from Seoul, South Korea, living in Scottsdale, Arizona. His name is Terry Kim, goes by TK. You know, that's one of the first ones. We'll get to all these nicknames here as he goes for the Vogelsang, covering his mouth as he throws in the 3-bet. Makes it 455, and we see the quick toss from Lei. Daniel Lei, by the way, who goes by Teffy.
Okay, Teffy. Yeah, I'm looking at the nicknames you sent me.
Yeah.
Trying to connect the dots everywhere.
Appreciate it.
We see a nerdy hoodie being zoomed in on, and
a rooster.
A rooster. Some other chip protectors and good luck omens. As we see the chip denomination there. The salmon chips are the biggest denomination, 100K in play there.
I wonder if TK goes full Alice in Chains once he moves on. Oh, here come the rooster. That'd be kind of good.
Pretty big pair here.
Action on Ching Yeung from Toronto, Ontario. Goes by Shinny. There we go.
Shinny. There we go.
So Shinny.
Shinny, Cocoa Puff. You ever heard that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that a commercial?
No, it's just some kid. Kind of. I don't even know what you would call that.
Kind of like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of like a play school rhyme as we see the chip leader go with a 3-bet.
You like this aggression here on the button?
Yeah. Look, that's one of the first hands that makes it into your range here. If your opponent ever has raise folds, ace-10 off performs pretty well. It has a blocker and also has pretty good performance if called. So this will be a tough one to navigate for Shinny when action ultimately gets back to him if the big blind doesn't wake up with anything. Surely 6-3 offsuit isn't going to do anything, but when we saw the 2-minute tank from ace-king the hand before, I guess we need to consider 6-3.
Got to get your camera time while you're here in the studio. Action back to Shinny now. Now, we got 2.1 million, but we're facing the chip leader, and looking around at the stacks at the table, we got to be cautious here a little bit.
Yeah, caution is a good word to use, a good adjective there. But, you know, it really depends, right? Look at the stacks around the table. We see like a 15 big blind stack with Griffith. Iannotti has about 20. So, you know, in these spots, calling is kind of the default play to just see a flop first and not risk. But I'm sure there could be a universe where an all-in could just be a thing if you don't care so much about the ICM implications. Because it's really hard to play these hands out of position. As we see, you know, nines be best here, but surely how do we maneuver now?
Yeah, and is it also the case where Ko is going to use any sort of high card on the flop as a good card for him to continue on?
Yeah, his range slaps these kind of flops, since we could imagine Yeung, Shinny would be more aggressive with hands like ace-king, potentially aces, queens, kings, jacks. So these are just easy spots for the chip leader to apply more pressure post-flop, and this is why, you know, maybe you don't always want to apply to the ICM idea that like, oh, we just need to play real passive because they're short stacks. Because now we cost ourselves, no big deal, it's an 8 big blinds that we've committed here, but now the pendulum swings, the rich get richer, and we just lose the pot with the best hand. So, you know, I would argue how to approach ICM in these spots, especially when we have like diversity in stack size here.
It is a it is a funny situation there with nines because obviously you're looking to flop a 9 or see a low flop. But even with a low flop, you're going to run into jacks, queens, and kings at some point as well. As we look at Dongwoo Ko, goes by David, his bio sheet from Burnaby, Canada. Fun fact, as Donnie mentioned, joined this tournament because he lost his passport and he's stuck in Vegas for a while. So if that is what it takes to win some money, look, it's kind of putting himself in jail in a good way.
Yeah, I got my passport in my book bag right here. So just take it from me, and maybe I won't bubble this tournament like I did, and I can start winning some tournaments.
120.
If that's all it takes.
So did you punt it off?
No, I didn't punt it off.
But you did bubble.
I did bubble. 19 left, 18 paid on day 1B. And, yeah, me and Griffith played a pot for the chip lead, basically. He opened the cutoff to 2.5 bigs.
People are going to get bored.
And Joe, sorry, let's talk about what's happening real time here. Joe did say, hey, I hate people that play slow. And now he's giving Kim a little crap for taking so long.
Did you play with him on day 1?
Does he play fast? you don't play fast?
Got the clock called a few times.
Really? I only played like at the end of day 1. He played
You
fast.
actually got him beat up.
Yeah, he snapped called with the ace you suited. Look what I jam. Right?
I love this
thought
jacket
you
with
played
Dustin.
fast. You
It's
don't
got
play fast.
sharks all over it if you guys notice.
I play slow and fast.
Interesting.
He's balanced.
Fast and slow.
Interesting.
It's the
They said that you were playing pretty decent. You thought,
I wasn't with him.
no, on the like we play few hands in the 900. Right?
The chip leader really going ham here at the jack 6 off, you know, insurrection. I got a little chuckle from Remco on that one. It's an infamous hand.
I saw it, and I was like, "That's the lamest joke." And then you went for it, and it was like, "Yeah, sure, okay, go ahead."
I slid it in there,
Right, right.
quietly.
However, jack 6 off, even though he has this chip lead, are we overstepping a little bit here?
Yeah, a little bit, but this is the bigger overstep. We're somehow check calling jack 6 on the flop. This is mind-boggling to me. I don't really know what the idea here is at all. I guess maybe you don't think your opponent's going to have too much ace-x, but obviously they can have all the ace-x in their range, aside from maybe ace-king, still here given the positions, cutoff versus button. Kim with the nuts.
Interesting there that he only looked at one card. He looked back at just one card. Normally, you would probably just want to look at 2 just to kind of be balanced with it. I mean,
now, it's funny how Kim, if he has sort of crazy plans, could be thinking, oh, a heart or an ace, let me try and represent some of this stuff, even though he's going to absolutely run into it here. Because I cannot think of any other plans he might have.
Yeah, I mean, this is why, 1, you might not want to play this hand pre-flop, and 2, you don't want to float because you have no interaction with this board. You block some of the bluffs you want your opponent to have, mostly jack 10 and queen jack, and you don't have a heart. I mean, this is very, very ugly overall, and this is never going to work.
Wow. So Ko is going for maximum pressure here, but little does he know, Kim with the nuts, raising into the nuts, not advised, especially at tournament final tables, and that big chip lead could melt really quickly here, depending on how things go. Now, obviously, Kim has options here, but if he calls, we must believe that Ko is going to accept defeat here.
You would think.
You would think.
You would think.
yeah, you would think, but I mean, part of me wants to respect the fact that he's stuck with whatever this wild plan is to float out of position, check raise the turn, you know, so.
The idea here from Ko is that I have all the ace kings and ace queens, and maybe I have some flushes here and stuff to check call, but it's an idea, you know? Like, there was an idea to get to Mars. How are we doing on that? Like, we're far away from that. So, you know, sometimes an idea is not valid. But Kim here with the nuts really shouldn't do anything but call.
Now, the one thing too, and I know that live tells are a bit complex, and you can't really base things off of something you see for the first time. But the one thing I'm noticing here is that the way Kim is acting, it's impossible to be weak. Like how can you be weak on this board and consider calling?
Yeah.
Please don't raise. I'm just.
Yeah, a raise is a disaster here, and it seems like that's what he's doing. But Remco's kind of right. This is kind of a big acting thing. We're in the tank very long. I think the weakest hand you want to call here with is an ace or a flush. An ace is kind of uncomfortable. A flush is kind of uncomfortable. And if you put more money into this pot, you basically just have a full house.
Once you act this
I know, right?
deliberate and then commit more chips to the pot, I don't care if it's raise or call, alarm bells have to go off for the opponent.
Like in this case,
Absolutely have to.
Ko's on a pure bluff here. But if you're Ko here and you have an ace, then I'd be terrified right now. I don't know. There's something about Kim's body language to me that just screams strength. And I know we can see the cards, so yes, you know, you can attack me on that. But it just feels like a player who is extremely strong. And the fact that he's taken even more time only makes it stronger for me.
Yeah, look, I've been in big final tables before. I've been in big spots where people are betting into me when I have the nuts. And it is an exciting thing. It can be a nerve-wracking, exciting thing. But, I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. Especially if you put in a raise, like Donnie mentioned.
No.
I'm all in.
Oh, no.
Moves all in on the turn, and Ko with the snap fold. All the theatrics for nothing.
Yeah, this is a really, there's a fundamental thing at play here called uncapped ranges. And when you call, you leave your range uncapped there from Ko because his opponent doesn't know if he has an ace, a flush, or what. And then you let your opponent keep bluffing because you have an uncapped range.
All right, Terry Kim goes by TK, picks up a huge pot here after Ko decided to fire off an ill-timed bluff. TK, CEO of Next Gent and NGT Academy. Got a CEO at our table. Let's see if he's going to boss players around here the rest of the day. And the stack size is shifting a little bit in his favor now as Iannotti, Yeung, Lee, and Griffith are basically in a bit of a staring contest to see who will bust out first here. Again, if you're just tuning in, Final 7 of the Ultimate Stack coming at you from Venetian. Remco Rinkema, Donnie Peters, and Tristan Wade in the booth. We will also be on the call tonight for possibly one of the most epic cash games of the year. Grinder and Cabral squaring off inside this room that you are watching right now. 100, 200, and we just know from experience that the game might start out with 20 to 50K in buy-ins. Within a few hours, there might be $1 million on the table.
Yeah, definitely. That is what we've seen, especially the last few broadcasts we've had in there. It's been absolutely wild. Okay, now in these spots, when you have chip leader and like second and chips, you just want to call and play your in-position advantage. You really don't want to be building these pots and playing huge pots when you're 1 and 2. And look, this is the most welcome sight that you could have when you're a short stack at a final table. A raise and a call, and you look down at the pocket rockets.
Iannotti, legend in the content space when it comes to poker. Ours is on fire. His hat, the company that he is involved with as the founder.
Now, what I would ask the stream, what do you think we do here, stream? Do we call? Do we raise to 500,000, or do we just go all in? Notice we have about 20 big
This is
blinds.
why we need to play with time bank.
Raise.
So don't. It's like
Make it 625.
Mention of time banks being made by, I believe, Griffith or Ko, which understandable. I think that's always a good thing. But 3-bet here now on the table. Half a stack in the middle for Iannotti.
How much you got behind?
Action back over to Kim.
615.
How much?
615.
615?
Yes.
I'm all in.
Oh, wow, look at this. Kim with the jam and Iannotti with the snap call.
You
We
got
got
pair?
2.8 million in the middle.
Yeah.
Just one pair.
Aces versus nines. And the nice profits that Kim just raked in from that big hand against Ko might
I
now
get
all
lucky.
be heading towards Iannotti.
Nines, man. Can't fold nines.
This time you played so fast, I was surprised, man. I thought you had 8.
Yeah, he played that fast.
Big showdown incoming here. Can nines find a way to deliver our first casualty? Well, queen, jack, deuce is not going to do it. The 9 of hearts has been folded, so Kim looking for
How about 10 on the turn?
backdoor
Disagree?
straight draw
I disagree.
Disagree?
or the 9 of diamonds.
I'm
Deuce
not a
pairs
big
the
fan
board.
of this sweat.
Egg on the river? How about that?
Ugh.
One out here for Kim. Iannotti
Egg is fair though,
on his
right?
way
How about
to
another deuce?
a very strong
Like a
stack.
4 of spades.
That's 2 degrees. That's too greedy.
Rivers of 3 diamonds,
Not
Nice
even
hand.
fun.
and Iannotti will rake in a big double up.
Bad, bad
And that's a really tough spot for nines.
Not even fun.
That wasn't a bad call. What can you do?
I almost
I'm
folded.
the shortest stack of the table. Well, second shortest.
It's funny how Kim really took his time with the ace-9, trying to make it look a certain way. And here with nines, he was just like, all in, let's go. I'm
Yeah.
not going to fold nines.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of, he flat called a raise with a really big hand, 2 nines. You're only losing to what, 6 pairs? 5 pairs. So other than that, you're either flipping or have your opponent dominated.
All right, Iannotti from West Haven, Connecticut. As I mentioned, the owner of Artisans on Fire video production and the Poker Pet Peeve Stalling and Strategy Talk. Well, I hope he's going to call players out if they take a lot of time. Nobody is a fan of that. If you're just tuning in, 7 players left here at this final table. We're playing for $84,000. And of course, everyone eagerly anticipating the high-stakes cash game that kicks off at 6 p.m. Las Vegas time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Mizrachi and Cabral headlining the Venetian Poker Live cash game tonight.
Maybe the bottom of your raising range. You could obviously just fold this as well. The blinds have gone up, so we only have about 12 bigs. So the bottom of your raising range is basically this hand offsuit Broadway or better, and your suited aces more or less. Those would be your raise,
DK is on your-
fold, question bluffs.
Yeah, I like putting this hand specifically into that raise fold bucket. I don't like the sizing. When you're very short, you should probably just open for the min. If you are deciding on raise
I've never
folding
seen what
this,
it's
then
over.
why keep more than you need to?
Oh, those are
Special.
sick.
And min raises are pretty common, so it's not like it's something that should
that
alarm
tell?
anyone if you just min raise.
Yep, well said. As you get shorter, you don't need to have a larger than 2x raise size.
It's actually kind of a pain to play with because you can see them, so I gotta, only put them on after I know them. Does it get heavy? Like you can no. It's just the mirrors. You can, if I look at my card, you see.
Roongsak Griffeth, DJ Rooney G. I was just about to ask, where can I buy those glasses? Prize money plans, throw a party, and finish his album. That's one thing him and Tristan Wade have in common.
Like I said, he needs to give me a feature on the album since he busted me from
Let's
this
go.
tournament on the bubble. Let me get a verse, please.
On the turntables, DJ Rooney G.
Love it.
I love a little bit of this the scratch action.
He's got it. He's got it.
Let's go.
What?
He's got it. Oh, cancel solid. Cancel.
I mean, clearly Ko is just not even going to look at his cards and just raise every hand. Jack
Yeah.
6 off, King deuce off. Now we have 8-6 off from under the gun.
When you played him on day 1, you said he's
Well,
playing
day
deuce
1 is
3
day
off
1.
and
I
stuff.
mean, you
Day
can,
1
you
is
can
day
splash
1.
around.
But when you
Come
make
on, man.
the
You
when you
gonna
make the
this
final
slow and
table
just
and you have 100
fold it
bigs,
into
granted he doesn't have 100 now, but he still
Gotta have a
has
little more respect for me.
80.
Well, let me just quote this from his bio sheet. Favorite poker hands. I haven't found a hand I don't like yet.
I love it.
We can
Really
tell.
straddle?
It's a straddle.
Oh my god, I missed it.
All in.
And look
Alright.
at this, the helm you snapshot.
Wow.
All right, you win, you win. You win, you win.
So Ko is saying he straddled there.
Didn't even put the glasses on for that one.
Nah.
So,
Waste.
and I think the other players believed him. So it must have actually been a straddle. He was a blind raise, but yeah.
Hey, that's how you make a final table a little more spicy. You start blind raising under the gun.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it's funny too because of course we did not watch the action on day 2.
Nah, same hand.
And
Same hand.
Same hand?
Ko shows up with a big stack. You can now
Straddle.
also gauge that he got the chips by
That was
playing
great,
like this.
right?
Yeah.
Great TV.
Wow, that's. I got scammed. You know, I thought everyone was gonna do it. It's guys are neat.
He's trying to get the table to do a round of straddles. Kim wishes he started and continued that trend.
Play slow.
With Kim's outfit, I think
We're
Ace
gonna
King of
switch
Spades is the most
the
fitting
TK
hand for him to
KT
have.
stands for camera time.
TK means TK. You gotta watch out, or you get TKO.
Now I believe that.
Oh,
That's my last name actually. KO.
Gotta watch out.
Oh, look at that.
hold on.
These
Is
guys
this
are
a home
having
game?
blast.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
love
but
this.
we need
Come
to
on, you
speed-
got
we need to
Ace King
speed it up a little
suited.
bit
Let's
here.
go. Raise it up, bro. Come on.
He'll TKO you.
Well, good thing I'm in the booth.
330.
We got to find DJ Rooney G later on for perhaps some late night fun on the town.
Now notice the size, 4x open. Maybe broadcasting the strength of your hand a little bit there.
This type of open, whenever I personally see it, says one of two things. I have Ace King or I have Jacks, and I don't really want to see a flop. Because either way, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be forced to play my hand. If I have Ace King, it's going to come all low cards. I'm going to get annoyed.
Okay.
If I have Jacks, there's going to be an Ace and a King out there. I'm going to get annoyed.
So Donnie, let me ask you: is this the pre-flop equivalent of raising for information?
You were
Yeah,
at my
I mean,
table day
it's,
one when we
I'm
played
surprised he
that
didn't
with,
turn his hand
Jeremy
over and
Becker,
say,
right?
I hate this hand.
No. I was the table next to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Did
tried-
you fire more than one bullet? I think you were at my table for a short while.
Maybe. I don't know.
Kristen came to our table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for a short time, I guess. Yeah.
I thought we
Was
did
that
a
you?
couple rounds. Oh, you weren't there
Brother
when we did
wasn't
this
going.
round.
I tried to get it
No.
going.
Or maybe,
me and the
maybe he's
Jeremy
a
was
Kristen.
going for
Yeah, I
five.
think
Because
Kristen-
Kristen
Oh, we
Fox
got
and
going
bagged
for
for
like
day one in this
5
one.
rounds. Sorry.
She bagged
Yeah,
a
we
pretty
got
healthy
going
stack.
for a few
I
rounds.
played with her
Thank you.
husband for about 45
Don't fold
minutes. He busted right before the money as well.
Don't fold yet.
When Dustin asked Ko whether he played multiple bullets, whether or not it was true, his answer should have been 9. Just like stone faced. I'm in for 9, guys.
Wow,
I'm not
that's
even
fast.
I'm not even break
Holy
even
shit,
yet.
more
Oh.
now.
Jeremy Becker might have been in for 9. I'll tell you that much. I saw that guy go to
Getting in your head.
the cage like 5 times in half an hour. He said 2 or 3 of them he
Bet.
busted with aces. So
It's a big flop for both players here in a blind-on-blind battle. Ko obviously with the best of it with the overcards and the straight draw, but both
80 has to be.
open-ended.
Yeah.
Ko not here to waste time. Snap calls the bet of 80,000. And
Bet.
the 8 of diamonds hits on the
So far, I
turn.
can't
Both
see
players
anything.
now with a pair.
Top pair.
Top pair.
This is very, very good.
And now he's acting super fast. This guy is like very unpredictable.
got to keep him guessing.
Well, this is a smaller pot, and he doesn't have the nuts. He just has a value hand, so he's just going for a value bet for 2 bigs. And Ko now with a
Alright.
decision. We know folding is out of the question here, but just elects to come along with a call.
River card to 3 of diamonds. No straights for either player. Ko's 8 is best here. Oh, look at this. Takes forever with his monster and comes with the super quick bluff here.
No, he has a hand. He has top pair. So just a
So
value bet.
So okay, fair enough. Oh, we go 785, just
Yeah.
like that.
Look, this is a great value raise because you actually have the best hand here. It maybe is considered a little thin because your kicker isn't really all that strong, right? You're playing the 9 kicker, but it's going to maybe work out beautifully here.
But like, how can this be a value raise? What are you getting called by that you beat?
A 6, a 7, or a worse 8, basically.
But with the way the action went, go bet, bet, bet.
it went bet 1 big blind, bet 2 big blinds, now bet 3 big blinds. So even though it seems like it's a massive bet pot, it's really a small kind of more manageable pot, and that's why we see a raise to 10 big blinds on the river, because Ko just assumes that his 8-9 is good.
Right.
And he just so happens to be right here.
Why so much? All of a sudden, you raise me.
Could also be a little bit of timing tells at play. I mean, for as much as we talk about Ko, I do think he's a very good player. He plays a lot of hands, but he navigated very well. So maybe he's just like, this guy just basically snap acted. He can't be that strong.
What are you doing now?
Thinking Mr. Flush Draw. Might have to. I don't know if I can fold.
And this is a tough spot for Kim. You know, he had a good value bet on the turn and on the river. He does block some of the straights. He obviously has top pair. So if he calls here, I wouldn't fault him at all.
Very interesting hand here. Did not see this coming.
But yeah, to Donnie's point, maybe there's just some timing tells and stuff. And like I said with the bet sizing, 1 bigs, 2 bigs, 3 bigs.
5. I can't be 4-5. I could have been chasing 4-5. 4-5 or a flush, miss flush.
Loving myself some out loud analysis here.
I'd be curious to get inside Ko's head as Kim is saying this, because he could have a better 8. And you could be sitting over there like, oh, this guy thinks I might have 4-5, and he's got like king 8, like, you know.
Yeah. That's why it was a little spicy of a raise.
Right? Because last time you did, you just went all in, you know.
Huh?
Last time you did this, you just went all in. So, just
How much of this is Kim really considering a call here, and how much of this is saving some face?
I think it's both with him,
Really?
honestly.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's considering folding. I think he's ultimately going to call, but I think he is definitely consider just folding.
Wow.
775?
785.
785. 785.
Ko and Kim in every single hand so far, it seems. Just battling.
Can I get a clock?
Sounded like Dustin Iannotti called the clock there.
I don't blame him.
Also, he's kind of pushed his chips out like twice, kind of forward, which is, I don't know how I would feel about that if I was Ko. Like, are you trying to get some sort of read off me with a little bit of a pump fake here?
Oh, look at this.
We got the clock on screen.
Oh, love that.
Look at this.
Every episode, we just get new stuff. When are we getting the soundboard, Remco?
I know. We need a soundboard.
Like, I mean, does this just get snap put in once the clock goes to like 5 seconds?
Oh, makes the call. And Ko gets massive value from his river raise. I am stunned by this hand. I'm not sure about you guys, but this has been wild.
Notice Kim showed his hand.
Wow.
He didn't need to. He could have mucked it, but he did show.
Was that value? Or?
oh, of course it's about it.
Oh, I should have shipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have shipped it.
I fold.
Yeah, right.
Look, I think Kim actually played his hand pretty good there. He bet the flop, he bet the turn, he bet the river. I think once you get raised on the river, you have a bluff catcher, but your opponent can have a lot of value. 2 pairs, straights, and if we even see the better 8 with a blocker. So that was really the only inflection point for him there, is should he fold or call, and just so happened to be wrong there. But I think he played the hand overall fine against someone who probably will be bluffing at some clip.
It is hard to make a pair.
Yeah, see, that was fucked up.
You made a
Yeah, let's not try to, excuse my French. Keep the cards low, because my king would have played. The king kicker is, I got I got scammed.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's saying on the last deal,
Xander.
he was dealt a
It's all your
king,
fault. Every bad thing in the world.
but it was
Every bad thing
exposed,
in
so
the world
they
happens because
Fucking
of
he
So we
gave
had
him
a
another
five
card, which I'm
instead.
assuming
all
the
the
5.
natural disasters, all because of dealers, you know?
160.
That is rough.
You would have been outkicked. You know it. You would have been outkicked.
Yeah, if I was outkicked, I wouldn't raise.
I gotta compliment the dealer every time I compliment the dealer.
Oh yeah, you guys was hard.
Button opens 2 bigs. We got 15 bigs here.
Good.
Ace queen, no question. All the money should go in.
$375.
375.
But this, you know,
Okay,
you
yeah,
guys know what I say. Look, Ko's not.
Yeah,
you're
Ko's
pricing
not-
him in.
Just
Another 2.5 bigs to see a flop in position.
Not even a hesitation. Ko just comes with the call. 900,000 in the middle already. And Ko with a really nice hand here. It comes 10, 10, 9, 2 spades. And Kim just reaching right away again. We are watching some final table.
320.
Well, it's really just heads up that we're watching. We're just watching heads up between Ko and Kim the whole time, which I'm fine with because it's been super entertaining.
Refund has been issued.
Partial.
Partial refund.
Yeah, cash back, cash back.
Lee hasn't said a word there in the 2 seat. Young in the 4 seat yawning. But this is great. I really do. I am enjoying this final table. I really wish I
Yeah,
was there.
because these are the people we play with.
I know, Donnie.
These are the people we're in there with. This is why it's so great to do these
Oh
final
my
tables. Because now I get to see what they're actually up to the whole time, and I'm like, man, I should never fold it to you. Of course I should have never called you. Like, what?
Was it Daniel who said that?
What did you say?
Daniel asked me if it's waiting for value, right? What kind of question is that?
No, poker is great.
Disrespect
Poker is
and
such a fun thing because you have all these personalities you get to play with, all these different play styles. That's why I show up and play these tournaments regularly because it's just fun. Sure, I don't like losing, but I have a good time doing it. So yeah, it's fun.
The king was exposed. So it has to have an 8-5. Right?
Oh yeah, it has to be a lower kicker.
Yeah, it has to be 8-5.
Ball. Okay.
So Dustin here might just want to check. Also has a hand bottom of range that you could do raising with to just take your advantage and start to c-bet boards with the range advantage like this one. But now when it goes limp check, Lee kind of holds that range advantage here. We do see him come out with the minimum bet. And look, people, you might look at 8-4 at a glance and just be like, oh, this hand sucks. But you do have 2, 3, 4 working for you. You do have 3 spades working for you. You are in position on a board that your opponent's probably going to bet their range. You could do some out-of-line floats there if you expect to be checked to at a high frequency on turns. So that's a little exploit there that maybe isn't in range that I would consider against some opponents. But maybe I talk too much poker on these streams, guys. I don't
No
know.
straddle, Daniel?
I enjoy it.
No one?
Next time.
Next time? You said next time, okay? You promised me.
Yeah. If we get an orbit.
Still trying to get those straddles
Oh
on.
my god, this guy, what a nit. You,
Here, how about you start the orbit again?
I did already. And no one obliged.
No one's having more fun than Ko. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Well, that's typically how it goes at a table when you're the chip
I
leader.
was really straddled. Jammed on. Snap
Talking
jam.
chips.
I was just going to say, talking chips is a real phenomenon.
Yeah, and I had that.
Now, is Dustin the
My
only
finger.
non-Asian player we have at this final table? Because this is
Before my
kind of
eight high.
really interesting. I'm
Eight
not-
high is about
It-
the
it-
average, you know?
yeah, I think you're right.
Slightly below average. So.
Maybe there's
Plus
something
9 high.
there about the flow of all these guys, you know, engaging with one another too.
I will say, though, this has been the most laid-back final table we've had in a long time. It almost feels as though these guys have known each other, or at least have played with each other quite a bit on day 2, perhaps.
And they're still playing for a lot of money. 85,000 up top. That's 80 buy-ins or so in this tournament. It was 1,100 buy-in, almost 500 runners. So, yeah, there's a lot of money to play and be focused about. But yeah, these guys are just having fun. Maybe the Grinders main event win has inspired the world already.
And when you're aggressive and you keep hitting pairs, it just makes it unplayable for your opponents. The fact that Shenny is even thinking about this is just because of how aggressive Ko is.
Well, and he's got a gut shot to the wheel, and he has a heart, and he has an overcard, and he's facing a 2 big blind bet. So all those things kind of give him credence to consider continuing here.
But obviously, ICM, stack sizes, position, nothing is making this any easier.
True. And the chip leader who could just blast it away in your face on every street doesn't help there.
Yeah, Ko up to 6.6 million, involved in every hand so far. If you're just tuning in, we got an entertaining final table here. 13,000 guaranteed for the final 7. 82K up top for the eventual champion. Can anyone other than Ko win this tournament is sort of what I'm curious about. Seems like it's destiny for this guy. Got some Teffy fans in the chat. Stevie Ortiz, thank you for watching.
160.
Once again, big cash game tonight over at Venetian Poker Live. It's going to be the grinder, Michael Mizrachi, squaring off against Martin Cabral. Got some blasters in the mix as well. And I'm so happy that Wasserson is back because he always drives the action.
I have no idea what's going to happen in that cash game. It could go one of like 8 different ways.
Tristan Wade canceled his flight to be here tonight.
I did.
I just want to
Round
let the
5?
people know.
Thanks. That's a good one. I really did. I was supposed to leave last night. I heard we got the grinder in the cash game, and who doesn't want to know what the grinder's up to? This is his first like public appearance since winning the main event.
He might still be awake from last week.
Yeah, very true.
So I couldn't miss it.
I hope he plays cash games like he plays tournaments.
There's no chance he doesn't.
Every hand.
Well, I'm really interested to see the dynamics tonight that have to go into play. Just with Cabral and how his antics go. In a tournament setting, I think it's going to be very different in a cash game setting. So yeah, my interest is piqued, definitely.
I cannot even recall off the top of my head Michael Mizrachi being in like a big TV cash game. Maybe he has, but I can't recall.
Same. Yeah, good point.
By the way, interesting card on the river here. Ko and Kim at it again, and Ko betting 665 on the river after the ace pops up. And Kim, also the owner of an ace, there's no way he's going to fold this.
Yeah, no way he's folding, but he is going to consider it because it is a big portion of his stack. No risk, no reward. Ask, is the cash game free live? Yes, it is. It will be right here on these channels for free, live.
I'll show you. I call.
Call made by Kim, and he gets some chips back here.
Ace.
Okay, I showed you anyway. But Ace.
It's okay. Wow.
Was that a slow roll?
Slow roll.
I think he was just processing.
Processing what?
Why overbet? I thought you were bluffing.
Not on overbet, 90% pot.
Yeah, there was
There was
not
that
an
much in the
overbet.
pot? There was over 600 in the pot?
720.
Pot size bet then.
90% pot.
Okay. Big value bet. Big value bet.
Why'd you slow roll him?
I couldn't see his card. I wanted to see his kicker. I didn't.
Honestly, it wasn't that.
Honestly, I thought it was a 2-pair.
Yeah,
I thought he had 2-pair. I don't know who said slow roll. I didn't.
I wasn't.
Did you
And
think I
that's
was
why-
slow rolling?
Nah.
That's why I said no slow roll, because sometimes people need to process. You know, people don't play poker all as much as others.
It wasn't that long.
I'm not saying it was on purpose.
Yeah.
It could be accidental.
But he, like he said, the kicker kind of was connected with the board, so we needed to see if it all played.
Yep.
So, you know, yeah.
But I do wish there was more slow rolling in tournament.
Oh my God, please. unless it's you, and then you would hate it. But look at this. We have Jack 5 off, playing under the gun. Going to get called in multiple spots here.
Well, the question is, did he blind raise again? Because he was
yes,
talking about
of course,
it. So he might have just blind raised again.
Thank you, Donnie. Please bring us back to reality where someone's straddling.
Well, this is not reality. Blind racing under the gun in a tournament final table.
No, but that's
it's
what
not
I'm
in any
saying.
way, shape, or form reality.
But it is reality for this interesting final table. And look at Griffith with a decision here and all this money in front of him.
Right, it's a party.
I'll take him
Or
back.
as well.
I'll take him back.
What am I supposed to do here?
Now, maybe I'm saying something insane here, but can Griffith shove here?
It's a possibility, but you got to be a little concerned when all these other people put money into the pot that someone could have a better hand.
Yeah, but why wouldn't that someone 3-bet the most aggressive player at the table? Get him heads up.
Well, you have the two kind of biggest stacks entering the pot, 1 and 3. Lee really the only other person I would maybe consider that could put in a raise with a good hand.
Quite an interesting play from Shinny there with the 6-3. Over limping after everyone, or over calling after everyone called. He's one of the shortest stacks.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to connect in a spot where...
Well, my next question is, I mean, this feels like pretty good connection, all things considered. A gutter, backdoor clubs. I mean, I know it's not the best, but like when you got 6-3 of clubs, how much are you really going to connect?
True.
How much?
360.
Oh, these two again. It's always these
man.
two.
This is phenomenal.
And Kim with the steel wheel draw, but Ko has the blocker. I mean, these are two pretty big hands here.
And the 3 of diamonds on the turn gives Kim a pair.
Donnie's
This is
loving
so
it.
great. I love it. I just want to see these two play heads up nonstop.
We need to get these guys in a cash game.
Now notice Kim, excuse me, went back to conceal mode. That would be a major tell to me. But when he turns a pair here, the standard is just to check and realize your equity going into the river.
Actually goes check, check, queen of spades on the river.
Straddling's going to work out pretty well here for Ko.
I hope he straddles every time under the gun.
This is a 20 big blind pot. He's about to win with Jack 5 off, potentially. Now, I don't think you need to bet.
Can't fold.
375 and a call.
Just a
Snap
pair.
call.
Just
Pair.
a pair, I probably
Pair
beat.
threes.
Jack.
Man,
That's my UTG opening range.
straight flush. Come on. One time on camera.
I know, just give him an ace, right? Oh.
No, I was wanting the 5 of hearts.
No, I wanted the ace.
That would have
back.
been good for TV.
Ko had the 5 of hearts.
I know.
5 would have been fun.
David
Ace
Ko,
would be fun. Come on.
one of my favorite new players.
Ace would have been.
Sir, I was not familiar with your game.
No, deal him out, deal him out.
You know,
Disqualified.
I used to straddle at the beginning of tournaments, like big tournaments.
Yeah, recap.
Like
What
in the
happened?
main event and stuff like that. People would hate it because like you're
Round 7.
doubling
went to chaos.
the stack, or you're decreasing the stack size, doubling the blinds off the rip. People would hate it. To see that be put in play at a final table is even more spectacular. So I love your pick for new
I
favorite
almost shipped it
player.
on the flop.
Oh,
You
yeah,
call
yeah,
that?
yeah.
You
Shipped
call your
it on
jack?
the flop.
Ship it on the flop?
Oh, I'm too scared, you know? Playing scared money. It's like the most money I would play with.
And Kim just
Oh
picking
my
up hands
God.
every other time too.
We're watching a heads-up tournament with 5 spectators who also happen to have chips.
Of course.
250.
I'm a low stake player.
Seems like you've been on a run lately.
Notice the larger than standard open here from Kim under the gun goes 250 at 80K big blind.
And I don't mind that as much when you're raising a player like Ko's big blind.
Yeah, no,
here.
I don't
Yeah.
mind it necessarily here. I'm just
That was
pointing it out because
sunglasses.
it's a break from what you normally see.
For
right?
sure.
That's
I
good.
just want these
With
glasses.
the pondering face. Oh, it's so good.
Like this guy goes to Burning Man for
Alright, let
sure.
me get my phone.
Well, he probably DJs at Burning Man, right?
I mean, this might be my last hand, so I gotta.
There.
Yeah, soak it up. Get your 15 minutes of fame. Let's go.
Yeah, DJ Rooney G.
We'll tread carefully then.
This is a tough spot, though. I think this hand could just hit the muck in all reality. but Kim does seem very
Just call?
active as well.
You sure?
That's the call.
250.
Call made here by Griffith, and now Ko invited into the pot. Ko almost seems embarrassed that he hasn't folded a hand yet.
I thought this was going to be the last hand. So
He's like
I'm
laughing
win.
about the fact that he's in
You
every
tricked me.
single one of these
Trust me
pots. All right, we see the 9-7-5 roll off. Ko pairing his 9, and him and Kim potentially going multiple streets again with the small overpair. Griffith with the 8 for a straight draw. I see some potential here.
Yeah, this has action written all over it.
Sure. Trevor?
Ko with those aggressive checks.
All in.
It's like he's trying to.
All in.
Oh! Oh my God! This is a 2.5x pot shove.
Wasn't he
the
just making
overpair.
Wasn't he just making fun of Ko for quote unquote overbetting?
But he was saying I should have just shipped it on the flop
Yes.
last time with the ace-3 of hearts where he flopped a straight flush draw. Now with the overpair, no spade, he just does that.
Oh my God!
I mean, this feels in line with larger raise sizing with ace king.
Hey, Perry, you deserve it.
oh,
and
and he gets
snapped by
snapped.
the ace-9. This is a huge pot.
4.5 million in the middle, and the Kim versus Ko show continues to deliver here. 4.5 million in the middle.
This is insane.
Okay, for the sake of the tournament, we need Kim to win this because they'll have even stacks.
Yeah, this is a monster pot in terms of equity and who might win this tournament. And I can't believe Ko just snapped
That's
it
the
off
fun part,
either.
right?
Oh
He did
my
say you
God.
deserve it.
He
6-8 will be
did.
fun run out, right?
Yes.
Oh, no, a 6-8 I still
Whatever,
lose.
don't
6-8
put
I
a
still
6
lose.
or an 8.
No, 6-8 I still lose.
Yeah,
yeah, I still
Yeah,
lose 6
yeah.
Whatever you do, don't put a
It's
6
not me.
All right, turn card
Whatever.
coming.
sixes.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
there it is.
Ace on the turn,
Some.
All right.
Fuck.
No, do you
and
have
Ko's
oh,
day
this is fun.
continues
Fuck.
to
We
go
took
extremely
that
well, and Kim is
Down the
on
road.
tilt.
Super TV.
All right, just let me take a breath.
One out left. That's so
shit.
unlucky.
Do it, Alex.
River card.
Yeah.
The Jack of Diamonds, and that is it.
Good game.
Oh man, this was such a good battle, and TK now TKO as Ko is up to 9.5 million. What the heck is going on here at this final table? I am both wildly entertained and a little bit baffled by this. Look at the payouts here, 13,000 for Kim. I have a feeling that Kim might tilt some of these dollars off here on his way through the casino because that is one way to go out. And
Ko is tipping the dealer.
oh my
All
God.
the money out of his wallet.
It's like $22.
What is happening?
Holy crap.
Now Ko has to find a new player to play with.
He's
Oh.
legit trying to tip the dealer right now.
All right, here's a look at upcoming events. Tonight, that is tonight, the cash game, 100, 200, no limit at 6 p.m. Next week and the week after, also more cash game action. Brian Oken hosting the show, bringing in some stars. And tonight, that's going to be Michael Mizraki and Martin Cabral. Eric Wasserman also in the mix along with Mr. JRB. It's been one
Yeah,
heck
I
of a
can't
day
believe it.
already.
If you played to them
And
on
we have
day
so
one,
much poker
he
left.
got the clock called 25 times on him.
He did?
Ah,
They
yeah,
won,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Now I remember. Because like,
25 times?
25. Yeah.
because my impression of it was
He was very slow.
He was very slow.
you were playing in the day one.
25 times?
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Excuse me?
So you remember
They said
when I busted
TK had the clock called on him 25
No,
times
I
in this
don't.
tournament.
I was with
Wow.
you early in the day on one of the day ones, and you busted, and then you were like, "Why am I here?" Like,
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so day 1A, I actually bubbled versus him.
okay.
Yeah. I jammed like.
Oh, this was day 1B, actually. It was day 1B.
Day 1A, I actually jammed like 15 bigs on
Yeah,
Superfly, and
yeah,
he
yeah.
snapped it over the ace deuce, so I thought he was a fast player.
No, he just thinks ace deuce is a really good hand.
I guess, yeah. But like, so. Sorry. So that's why I thought he was a fast player the whole time. Oh, bet.
I mean, Ko is not going to take his foot off the gas.
Is this
Yeah.
tournament even going to last an hour?
I don't think so. Ko's going to play every hand. I really do feel bad for Kim departing there in 7th place because he played pretty good and he had all the money go in for the chip lead with an overpair. But yeah, I think this is just Ko's tournament.
Bet 240.
Dika Costa in the chat says, RR, that's me. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm aroused. Well, that's exactly the kind of action that we've had here so far.
You know, like we were looking for a fun card, but we couldn't really find the fun card.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So they were just like,
exactly.
we'll just put the ace.
Like,
Yeah.
For
like
Iron
your
Monkey
hand, like, there was so many fun
asking
turn
about the
cards that
payouts.
we can
They
go
are in the,
for.
in the
That
live
actually
chat.
doesn't make me win, you know, but
Correct.
it gives me a
Yeah,
sweat.
yeah.
So I mean, I tried to look for it, but I don't have any.
And the second the sweat card didn't come into the turn for me, I was for sure the 9 was coming up.
Tough spot here for Lee with ace high against an opponent who could just be bluffing.
I think that was the problem. Yeah.
But he makes a really good
If there
fold
was a sweat
there.
card, I think I get sweat card break, you know, but nothing much I could do.
Exactly.
Cocktails.
Yep.
I'm okay, thanks.
Biscuit's asking tonight's
If there
cash
was a
game.
sweat card, I would've roofed
What are
for
the
sweat card.
binds and
I
blinds?
couldn't find one, so I just roofed an ace.
20K
and then
min
ace game.
buy-in, which that means nothing, and
That works.
100, 200 blinds.
It'll work.
Yeah. If you can't find the fun card, might as well just win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just win.
If
Look at the stack size.
in
This is
fucking any other
ridiculous.
tournament, I wouldn't be here right now.
Ko has more than 50% of the chips in play,
What
and
do
we're
we have to pick
six-handed.
today?
All in.
And here goes Griffith,
Good luck.
all in with Jack-9 off. He is our short stack, and looks as though he's going to get this one through.
It's funny because I lost my passport. That's why I'm playing this tournament.
Okay. You lost your passport?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
All right, David Ko might be on tilt because he lost his passport, but at least he's getting some quality time here at the poker table. DJ Rooney G is our short stack on 11 big blinds, but look at that chip leader. Everyone is basically a short stack, and we'll have to find out to see who David Ko will go heads up with. I mean, if you're David Ko here, you have to make it to heads up, right? Like, it'd be a complete disaster if he doesn't.
Yeah. There's no way you butcher too many hands where you don't find yourself three-handed and then ultimately heads up. But it is poker. It is a tournament. You never know.
This is also one of those weird ICM situations where I think if I was Shinny or Griffith, I would be super, super, super tight.
Oh, well, of course.
Because Ko can just like kill everyone. I mean, like, and you never know like what other people are going to do or how they're going to react against him. So I would just lean to be. I mean, you're going to be conservative anyway, generally in an ICM setting, but I would be even more so, just thinking that there are casualties to be had that Ko can grab that could allow you to ladder up a little bit more so than if the stacks were distributed a little bit differently.
I mean, we should not call him Ko anymore. We should call him KO from now on.
It is fitting, right?
And I was interested what Lee was going to do here, being second in chips, working with 30 big blinds. Was he going to call? Was he going to 3-bet? Was he going to jam, potentially? And I'm sure ICM probably dictates a call pre-flop in this scenario, but KO is not playing like your average chip leader. He is raising 7-8 off. He's straddling under the gun. As we do see 2 10s hit the muck, which was probably one of the worst hands you could consider moving all in with there. But back to my rant. How do you adjust for someone who's playing twice as wide?
Twice?
I would say
4 times
okay.
as wide. He's
right.
straddling under the
Telling you
gun.
about my passport.
Oh yeah, the passport. Yeah.
I lost my passport the first week I was down. I live in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty close. I was gonna do like multiple trips this year.
Yeah.
And then I found out I lost my passport like in the first week of the trip, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm stuck here since May 28th. I only brought like 2 weeks worth of the clothes and and I just stuck here forever. And then at the end of the series, like I didn't want to go in between. I need to go to the embassy in San Francisco or LA or Seattle.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go like when the series was on, you know? So I did that. I just stayed here and then
200,000 now.
end of the series, I played a 1600 one before it did.
Yep.
May day 2. And then busted after 3 p.m. so couldn't go to embassy. So I played this and then I made day 2
Oh
so
my
can't
God.
go to embassy. Now it's day 3, I can't go to embassy.
You might be here forever.
I know, I'm stuck here forever.
Hey.
What am I supposed to do? And if I didn't lose my passport, I would have just been home, you know?
Yeah, right.
What do we call ice? I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah,
just
I was thinking, maybe I get a free flight.
we got to split the winning? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Just going to the couple.
Bad joke, maybe.
Yeah, just going to the couples protests and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Come get it right now. Line them out.
Call 200.
Instead, you're here terrorizing us with your
I
chip.
know, exactly.
And Young with an
maybe
interesting
if I
call.
win this tournament, when I'm about to get paid out, they're just gonna come in and let him know,
There you
not
go.
this guy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'll show you tariffs. Yeah.
And look, Young aware that KO is just playing every hand. So he does kind of make, I think, a decent call here with King 10. I would really like to see a check from him. You're either way ahead or way behind in a spot where you want, let Ko just bet his
Round
8-6 off on that flop.
Everyone?
What was that?
One round throttle? No? No?
If I was chip lead, I'd do it all day.
I do it. I did it when I was like fucking 15 big
To be
blind.
fair, he did.
Yeah,
He
I
did.
did it when I was 15 big blind too. You know?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
On day one?
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know, on day one, I actually left 3 hours earlier because I felt sick.
Oh, no shit.
I got autoed into day 2. Yeah.
Oh,
80
that was
big blinds,
you.
20 big blinds.
That
yeah.
was you. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, you heard about it?
No, I was there.
Oh, you were there.
I was there, and then like
C, day C, right?
Huh?
Like the
Yeah,
third
yeah,
day.
yeah, the last flight. Yeah,
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
flight. And then, yeah, there was people were talking about it. One guy just left
Yeah,
with
he
200K.
left.
I left my chips. I had 80
feel
big
like
blinds.
less
but
of a poker player.
I think it was like 20. Yeah.
So
Guys
It
are
was
straddling
crazy,
off
though, 'cause,
15
like,
bigs.
the bubble ended
Guys
so
are leaving
we
3
weren't
hours early,
thinking
and
the
you and
bubble
I are
was gonna
just
last so long. 'cause,
Yeah.
like,
relegated
people are
to the
gonna try
bubble
to
end.
wait for your stack to bust.
Yeah, look, I wish
On the
I wish
bubble,
I
there's
left on the
5
bubble.
aces
I wouldn't have
versus
lost a massive flip to
Yeah, and
Griffith.
it's like people just posted
Yeah.
with like 500,
Left and
600,000 chips. You know, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I lucked out.
Yeah, yeah. No, like Stone Bubble was like 1 million pots. You know, like
Holy shit.
yeah.
That's insane.
The Stone Bubble, a 1 million pot.
It was insane.
Does it ring a bell?
Just kings versus aces, like every other hand.
That was
Right.
day 1C. I,
Oh,
w- I
okay.
was
in my
day
table, there was
1B.
3 kings versus aces.
Oh, you mentioned it yesterday. Or you're saying day one?
Day one C.
Oh, didn't you say that yesterday too? You cracked aces 3 times or somebody?
Oh
said?
yeah, no. There was like final 2 table. Like I cracked
Yeah.
twice, and the other guy cracked once. You know.
My aces got cracked.
Yeah,
My jacks.
But on day 1C, there was like kings versus aces 5 times, and aces held like every single time. You know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
It's
did
crazy.
play an 80 big blind coin flip to have a massive stack going into day 2.
Raise.
And then I couldn't bring myself to come
The
play
action
day
gets
1C.
significantly faster.
I said, all right, I'm playing online today.
It's better for the home viewers, you know.
Much better.
So Dustin
He
with
is
a
entertaining,
raise.
It's
You know,
entertaining if we play
He's
a little
making
faster,
friends
I
with the
think.
chip leader. So maybe there's some extra incentive here.
Check.
Check. Check.
Interesting. Check.
What does it all mean?
It's usually a 1 big blind bet flop, no? I feel trapped. I feel trapped.
I had a pretty good hand.
I assume so. So I had all the bad cards, you know?
I mean, look at these stacks. We have 8 bigs, 15 bigs, 14 bigs, 100 bigs, and then the other 2 stragglers, 27 and 35. So to Donnie's point earlier, yeah, everyone should kind of be playing tight, but these short stacks really can't afford it. And these middling stacks can maybe take advantage of the chip leader in some instances.
Has Lei played a hand? I think he's just been like chilling.
He defended his big blind with that ace-3, I think
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the only one
yeah.
we saw.
Griffith is probably terrified that Ko is not even going to look and just call.
You know, this is probably close in a sim, but I think it's just good enough.
All in.
Raise.
Don't forget to put your sunglasses on.
Okay.
All in.
How much is it?
Well, Ko's not folding.
Ko with a no hesitation suited Broadway.
Okay.
It is
1 million.
5, 6, 7,
1.1 million.
800,000. Call.
How much?
800,000.
Oh, baby.
Lee with tens in the big blinds.
And I mean, I don't know any other universe where he doesn't just jam for 33 bigs here.
And he's supposed to as well, right?
I believe so. I mean, even though we have a player at risk, we got to assume that KO is trying to go for the KO with a wide range.
Raised, all in.
And we go all in here
Yeah,
for
for 4 people,
3.4
yeah.
million.
Okay.
And some triple up potential here for Griffith, but he's going to need to hit here. And
Good,
Ko
good.
already folding a king.
King ball.
Either way, though,
No, ace,
2.5 million in the middle.
King 8 and the winner.
Massive, massive spot here.
Good luck to me.
DJ Ronnie, G, all in, looking for a king.
King Jack suited.
Oh, the
Or a lot
ace
of
got to
eights.
calm down. Yeah,
All right, here we go. Big all-in showdown. It comes 6-6 deuce. And only one king left in the deck. It's the king of spades that Griffith is looking
Okay,
for
forget
here.
about the 8. Just give me a king.
Running sixes.
Go for a king now. I don't need runner 8s.
How about 6-6?
Ah, there it is.
3 of diamonds on the turn. We're looking at one out
of
for DJ Rooney
It's
G.
coming.
Where's the record scratch before the river comes? It's not there. It's the 7 of diamonds. And Rooney G is going to hit the rail. No album
Good luck, guys.
launch for him just
Thank you.
yet. But it was a pleasure having him at the table, and I will need Donnie to research where I can buy those glasses. Donnie, by the way, speaking of glasses, I'm going to need a wardrobe update from you here because the Dustin Iannotti jacket looks extremely, extremely fashionable here. As I remind our viewers that Griffith took home $17,000, we'll go up to $23,000 now with $82,000 up top for our champion. This is the UltimateStack over at Venetian Poker Live. Remco Rinkema, Donnie Peters, Tristan Wade in the booth for this tournament action. This, of course, all preceding tonight's high-stakes cash game featuring Michael Mizrachi and Martin Cabral.
Oh,
Donnie,
he asked what your name
What
was.
was your
you're the
name?
king of fashion. What do you got for us?
Well, I saw on his left arm, you can kind of
Yeah,
see
what?
there's a little folded over,
That was
but
my
it looks
guess.
like the Montclair symbol. So I
okay.
looked it up.
Went to Taiwan.
Yeah, $1,700 jacket.
Oh,
You
baby.
live in Taiwan, right?
We're not sweating the payouts.
I went
No,
there.
Dustin's definitely not
Taipei
sweating the
for
pay. I
APT
mean,
a few months
maybe
ago.
he did fold 2 10s.
It's fun. What's it?
You know, so
It's,
maybe
100.
it's the laddering up
Serious?
that allows
Serious?
him.
No, but I love
to
the
have
Yeah,
such great
maybe he
fashion
said,
sense.
I got to pay for this jacket.
You know, Master Jim?
I gotta fold this in.
Yeah, I better not
I need
go
this
bust.
page
Like
up.
a beef noodle.
Credit card bill is on the way.
It's a noodle place. It's named Master Jim. It's near the APT. It's really good. I love it.
Okay, we got the
Shinny.
king jack suited.
Yeah, Shinny with the king jack of hearts is going to come in for the raise. Tristan, how many terms have you played where you have jackets with higher buy-ins?
That's a good question. I have one jacket in particular, but it was gifted to me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I have never paid that much for a jacket, but it's an off-white jacket
Okay.
gifted by my best friend.
Yeah. Do you still wear it out, or is it like somewhere safe?
It's in my closet. But yeah, I'll wear it. Of course, I'll wear it.
Next final table you make, promise me to wear it.
Yeah. The most I've paid for a jacket's probably like $400 or $500, and I have one of those.
That's reasonable.
Probably.
A good winter coat, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back there in November.
But I like fashion. You know, I like it.
Yeah, you showed up in all purple the other day.
Yeah.
How much is the buy into the championship?
Told you I was a
Main
male
event,
Lieber.
10K USD. Yeah.
Tristan Liebert.
It's like massive guarantee on it. It's
What is
a good
it?
one. It's gonna be a good one, yeah, for sure.
What's the guarantee?
It's like, what's the guarantee?
That's too much.
Oh, doubled it.
5 million, I think.
Really?
Raise too high.
Wow. That is nice.
Okay, and here's what we're talking about. Ko just playing any hand, and Lee now comfortably second in chips. I love to just see you take your positional advantage to the flop. So I really like this call by Lee. And now Dustin, look, this hand just mostly hits the muck. But if you really want to start extending outside of the scope of ICM, then this could be one of the hands that enters your bluffing range.
Teffy, meanwhile, Daniel Lay, sipping on a iced coffee, is just a total spectator here. And,
About
you know,
5.5
rightly so.
minutes started,
Let these guys fight it out.
Yeah, he's gained, what, over $12,000 or $13,000 thus far. And, I mean, it's just Ko's day.
KO, potentially, as we flop 2 pair.
225.
And I would argue, you know, even though this is a board you have like range bets on, I would argue when you smash it, you could probably play a little more high frequency checks there. But all right, go ahead, Mr. KO.
If he goes wire to wire here, this might be one of the most dominant performances of the year. Of course, aided by the ace on the turn that we saw versus Kim.
Raise too high.
I got my throttle.
And look, I've been waiting to comment on the fire extinguisher card protector that he has because he hasn't torched it off yet. But I mean, he definitely has the extinguisher ready for flames.
He should have a little campfire card protector.
I mean, if anyone needs a fire extinguisher, it's him for his igniting of playing every pot. Maybe to cool himself down. But here, he's flopped an open-ended straight draw against 2 people with top pair.
And the thing is, when your stack is this big, you're also more inclined to take risks because even if something backfires, it doesn't really hurt you all that much.
Yeah, for sure. Especially against these 2 players that have 12 and 13 big blinds respectfully.
That 350.
And this is immediately uncomfortable for the big blind, as he's going to have the worst top pair, and he's got to be concerned about the small blind leading here into him and the chip leader. I'm not saying you can fold this, but this is an amazing fold.
Interesting.
Wow. That's such a good fold.
Call.
And I think that's just unreal fold. Very good fold.
And you're not just saying that because it's the worst king?
Yeah, I think just given this scenario, this person's leading into me and the chip leader on this board. He's got to have at least a king or like a big heart draw, and he's probably not folding. So even though I flop top pair, I'm just going to fold because I don't think I'm good. And I think you really got to have that kind of conviction in a spot like this.
And Shinny comes with the shove on the turn, even though the ace popped up, and Ko with the snap fold.
So yeah, Teffy, unbelievable fold.
You see how Teffy was sort of like looking over at Shinny after he felt like, man, you better have something. Because I don't want to
Whatever
fold this.
350 was worth.
That is unreal recognition of your opponent and the situation.
It was wild guess.
So great fold. I am very impressed.
Wanted to see your response to that.
Interesting.
Justin N asking, what's the best way to learn poker? Well, watch the streams. Watch the streams. There's a lot of free content out there on YouTube, stuff like that. And, you know, we do our best to try to educate, I guess, in some capacity. But playing is also very good. Just go play for fun. Just learn the game.
Iannotti here, ace-3 suited, makes it 200,000. Shinny with some deliberation on the button.
Stevie Ortiz says, swipe. Teffy's the best. I promise you'll see this kid at more final tables. He's doing really well so far.
My guy. My bad. I got you.
So Shinny getting out of there, out of line. You know, King 8 offsuit in this spot, you really, it's not that good of a hand to be calling on the button with.
I'm a bad goalie.
Check.
Check.
10, 4, 9, 2 diamonds.
Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna blame the dealer. You should've
Iannotti
cashed
not
it.
going to be happy to see this. This is more
Call it.
likely connecting with the callers than with himself as the raiser.
Yep, no clubs. The only thing working is the ace 3-4.
Bet 300.
But this is actually going to work out great for Shinny. Calling with kind of a very speculative holding there on the button. And he just gets to c-bet a board that everyone else misses on.
Shinny with a nice little climb here up to 2.8 million. Teffy looking for a spot to get his money in. Still 11 big blinds. Once again, a reminder that at 6 p.m. Vegas time tonight, the high stakes cash game kicks off on both the PokerGo and the Venetian Poker Live YouTube channel. It's going to be 100, 200 with a 20K minimum buy-in. Last time, when Tristan and I called the action, they had $1 million on the table in 3 hours. Now, with Michael Mizrachi and Martin Cabral added to the table, I have a feeling we might be in for a big one.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think there's going to be some people with some things to prove tonight.
Oh. I mean, how fun is it to say when you come home late at night that you felt it the main event champion, right? There's some equity there.
There is. And I mean, he's no slouch. He likes to play, and these other guys in the game love to play too. So it's going to be dicey.
We should get David Ko a last-minute invite. He's playing the game, and he's still stuck in the country.
Raise 200.
Hoppy. Thank you, thank you.
So
Trying to
this is a
go
spot
further 'cause,
where,
like,
you know,
pretty far from the
Ace Jack should just rip
Pretty
it.
distant.
You got this guy open in any two on the button.
Huh?
Even though you have a 12 big blind
Raise to
stack,
that angle,
we're
I guess.
comfortably in second, last in chips here, so really nothing else to do here.
Oh, wow, and he goes conservative here, just makes the call.
Yeah, I hate it.
Comes 10-4 deuce, 2 spades, and we're expecting to see Ko just be aggressive at all times.
Especially with this hand. Queen of spades, 2-3-4 working, 10 high board. Now, Iannotti has to call a flop bet here. When you start not jamming these hands pre-flop, you basically have the best unpaired hand you're going to have. So really good call here by Dustin, but going to be hard to navigate this in the face of multiple bets if you don't improve. Which is why I love shoving pre-flop, because you only have 2 million. There was 550,000 in there going to the flop.
9 of spades on the turn. Now Ko with an actual draw. Just looking at spades here. And the check and the 7 of spades hits, and Ko makes his flush.
Was there ever a doubt?
He was able to realize all of his equity with a very poor hand because Iannotti played his hand too passively. And now we see Ko with the check mark.
Check.
And he's going to clear value bet on the river.
$820.
Bet 820.
Large size from Ko on the river. Iannotti gets out of the way, saves his tournament life by not getting out of line himself, but a shove pre would have just shut this down here right on the spot.
Yeah, he'd be at 3 million chips right now if he shoved pre. Instead, he backtracked. He lost about 200,000 post-flop and another 100,000 pre-flop. So
David Ko with Venetian Poker Live cash game type stats here. A VPIP that Eric Wasserson sort of aims for every night. 78%. Absolutely incredible what he's been able to do so far at this final table. If you're just tuning in, we're 5-handed playing for $84,000. The Ultimate Stack. Sort of the closer of the summer of tournament play here for Venetian, of course. Daily tournaments are still running, but this is our last tournament stream, I believe, until September.
Call.
More on that later. But it's going to be a couple of weeks of cash game action, which, of course, always deliver the goods.
Julia with a question in the chat. I do like the Ko's rapid call / raise style? Is it not correct to play with your gut instinct? You know, it is good to play with your gut instinct, but it helps when you're the massive chip leader and all these other people are under more pressure than you. But that's really what we're seeing at work here, is Ko just take advantage of these other players because he has such a big chip lead. If other people had as big of a stack as Ko did, you wouldn't see him playing as many hands and all that because he would be getting played back at a lot more.
Straddle makes you run good. Go ahead. Okay, whatever.
And we see another straddle at this final table.
Turn, right?
By the way,
if we get an orbiter.
Oh my God, this guy got scammed again. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Iannotti, the 4th best hand to start with, 2 jacks.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm not gonna fall for it anymore. This is the last time I'm doing it.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna see an all-in, but I would just expect a raise.
Look at his face. He's not going to do it. You gonna straddle like that? Straddle? Oh, fucking. What's this? Oh, shit. Fuck you.
Iannotti on the
You
button.
wanted action, right?
That's it.
Not coming with the shove for 18 bigs. He is going to 3-bet. Makes it 650.
Yeah, I might have went a little smaller there, knowing that Ko's just raising.
It's a huge raise.
Like
I was
blind under the gun.
500 raising.
And even Ko comments on it.
Wow. And Ko just wants to see every flop. So, in a way, it's sort of working out because he gets more money in the middle with a really good hand.
Yeah, SPR, stack to pot ratio, under 1-to-1. Very good flop for jacks here. I really would like to see a small bet, even though we see Iannotti working with 3/4 pot, basically. So I think you get away with betting like 200,000 or 300,000 here. I mean, granted, anything you do is going to be strong, but the idea here is just to get action from very weak holdings. You're only worried about a few overcards. Let's see what Dustin decides to do.
All in.
All in.
And he just moves all in, and Ko with the snap fold.
And that's still a nice little pickup. He's going to win 9 big blinds there, just about. Alexander says, played with him a few times during the WSOP. Played pretty much the same style, minus the 80% VPIP and straddling. Hey, poker's more fun when you play hands, obviously.
And when you have a lot of chips.
Of course.
Raise too high.
So I do like this raise by Iannotti. Maybe the worst pair I would consider playing here, given these stack depths with the chip leader and the big blind. And Shinny find a call on the button for sure with his 5s. And Ko now
2.04 million. I'm all
2.4 behind.
all in.
just ships it.
Moves all in to put both players into a spot where they have to decide for the tournament life, as Teffy, with only 900,000, is not in this hand.
Interesting.
I need a refund.
And this is just
1,
big
2, 3,
stack
4, 5.
magic
The refund.
at work.
Wow.
Interesting.
David Ko is just turning the screws on all these players. Is it Iannotti calls here with 9s, right? Or is ICM just too much here with Teffy being so short?
I think it's partially ICM, but secondarily what you view your opponent's range as. That really needs to affect things.
Iannotti with the quick toss. And Shinny now with 5s, and he gets out of the way as well. And
Show
look
one.
at that.
Show one.
Show the
Show
four.
one
Pick one,
card.
pick one.
Left. Oh, I picked the good one. Or the bad one.
Or maybe it's the same.
That's what I'm saying. The bad one. Maybe you got the ace of spades in the other one.
He never has the ace of spades.
Right. We could rule out him probably having 10s plus there. He's probably just going to raise with 10s and jacks and queens and kings and aces. That was something else I was going to comment on, but yeah. Definitely never going to have aces there. His most common jams are what we saw, like a weak ace. Mostly your weak suited aces. Your weak offsuit aces would more classify into the 3-bet bluffs to have a polarized range of very strong hands and then very weak hands. And then maybe we would see some like 7s, 8s, 9s, possibly pocket 10s, some ace jack off, ace queen off, king queen suited, queen jack suited stuff be bluff shoving, quote unquote bluff shoving.
And Teffy here is going to run into it. He jams ace-5 off for his last 930, and the call comes in from Lee, who tables ace-queen of hearts. And
unlucky for Teffy here. I do think he's got to jam that on the
you
button.
You deserve 5 for that solo. Yeah? Deserve it.
And Lee now
the 5 of
reduce
justice.
his field
I had pocket queen
to the final 4.
So good.
I had 2 hearts.
Tight both.
2 million in the middle.
How about 7-4-3?
That's a great sweat.
It's David Ko's world. We're just living in it. He's commentating on the hand that he's not involved in as 9-9-5 rolls off. And Teffy now in the lead.
7 of hearts.
Lee looking for an ace or a queen or a backdoor hearts.
7 of hearts. This is a good card now.
Turn card.
Oh,
The
no.
queen of spades, and the tables turn immediately.
Now the 5 of spades. No,
And
5 of
Teffy
clubs.
now looking for the final 5 in the deck. The 5 of clubs, the only card that can save him. And instead it's a jack of clubs. And we are down to 4. Teffy got himself 2 pay jumps. Was not involved much in this event. And there's nothing really he could do. Didn't get any cards. Was surrounded by aggression. But at least he'll receive a nice little payout here for finishing in 5th place. Teffy takes home $23,382, and the final 4 now guaranteed $31,000. And we're going up quickly now, $42.58, and then $82K for the winner. Once again, Remco, Donnie, and Tristan in the booth. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Let us know who you are rooting for. And also, perhaps chime in on whether David Ko can be stopped at all.
I can do.
Spoiler alert, he can't. I just don't see how it's going to happen.
About not
But
donating?
Lee,
What is this?
second in
Just not
chips.
fair. Thank you.
Yep.
Building momentum.
Yeah, Lee quietly accumulating here.
That was too much.
This is another one. Yum yum. I'm all in. No 3-betting these hands. You just press your edge with the best hand. You deny equity. You can never be in that bad of a shape, and you just force 25 big blind stacks to have to play for it all here. So I'd rather have 3-bet non-all-ins with the best hands, like jacks, queens, kings, aces, ace, king, ace, queen suited potentially, and then my bluffs. These kind of hand class ace, queen offsuit, 8s, 9s, 10s, ace, jack suited maybe. These are a little troublesome because you're now giving Shinny a chance to see a flop with jack 10 suited in position now. And look at the equities, 40-60 if that happens. But these are very tough spots to navigate. Shinny only playing 2.3 million total, so if he does call here, as we see that happen, 1.5 in the middle, 1.7 behind.
Yeah, we're looking for any kind of draw here to just put it in, right?
Or a jack high flop, a 10 high flop.
It comes king 5-6, 1 diamond. So 2 backdoors here for Shinny, but Lee, the pre-flop aggressor, I mean, is he almost forced to bet here? Otherwise, there's no other way to win?
Yeah, he has to bet here. He has all the ace-king in his range, the pocket jacks, pocket queens, pocket aces. So this is a really good flop for him because
Got 450.
these type of hands that we see Shinny with have not connected.
So Lee comes with 450. Shinny now just in an awkward spot.
We got Andrew from Tucson, Arizona, rooting for David Ko. Cookie Monster saying the same thing, rooting for Ko.
Well,
Claiming
Lee here
he's-
picks it up, and he's getting stronger and stronger as Iannotti and Shinny
No, you want to throttle? I can
very
throttle.
much
Come
playing
on,
for
you want to
third.
throttle? No. Yeah, I mean, we gotta give a little bit of slack for the these two people. You know, we gotta share some wealth. You know, like many people who's been waiting for this stream. You know, it's gonna end too fast.
For the entertainment, right?
Yeah, for entertainment. You know.
Get some change.
Sure.
Ko really trying to build the entertainment category of the stream as he raises one of the worst hands in the deck, 9 deuce offsuit. Cookie Monster claiming to have ridden the bus in middle school with Ko. Sure.
This was not blind rage. By the way.
You promise?
Yeah. No, I don't want to like, you know.
No, I appreciate it.
Ko is a legend, Sean. This is a final table performance unlike anyone
We've been
I've seen.
talking about throttling.
Yeah, of course.
All right, thank you very much. This is for you, okay?
Thank you.
Any two will do.
I do want to point out that while I think it's easy on the surface to think that Ko is just effing around, like he's a very good player. Like he's definitely knows what he's doing. He certainly understands things. I think that's partly why he's able to act so quickly. He just knows a lot of spots. But it does appear like on the surface he's just like, you know, winging it and screwing around. But he's a very good player. Tough to play against.
Play too fast. Shuffler can keep it up.
Wow.
Crazy.
Never would have happened earlier.
If you're just tuning in, the final four of the Ultimate Stack, 84,000 up top, playing down to a winner. And at 6 p.m., so in about 90 minutes, the 100-200 no-limit cash game kicks off, headlined by Michael Mizrachi and Martin Cabral. Also have Eric Wasserson, Brian Oken, JRB, and John Isaac in the mix. So it promises to become quite an epic night.
6.3 now, right? Oh.
If Mizrachi's play style during the main final table was loose and aggressive, I have a feeling that his cash game play might be even crazier.
How many not like that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm...
Chat, let us know. How many not like that are we going to get tonight out of Martin Cabral?
Why are we even commentating? We can just let it run. We can just go home. 10-8-5, 2 diamonds.
Check.
Yeah, I thought this would be kind of an interesting hand taking place
Check.
from 1 and 2 in chips, and we do see Lee with a very passive route with King-Queen offsuit, which I really like thus far, given the scenario of this tournament. But now, once we make top pair second best kicker, I think we start value betting.
That too high.
Good discipline from Ko. Real Talks asks, what's the over-under? That's what we're wondering. Savage says 150. Hammerhead says 40. What do we think? I would say 26.
Oh, good.
Thing all right.
I think he might be a little more composed
Anyone got $1?
tonight.
But
I mean, that's going to be one of the things I'm most looking forward to is how does Martin Cabral play in a cash game setting versus a tournament setting. Now, it's not just a normal cash game setting because there's a little bit more action in that game and it is streamed. So maybe he brings to the show. But we'll see.
And also, in the tournaments, it takes forever, and he also asks to see players' stacks. Not as much of a factor in cash games where you're not tiptoeing around with 20 bigs.
Yeah,
And
that's his strategy, to get under your skin, to annoy you, to bother you, to get you off kilt. per se. So how is that going to work for him? And look at this. Just an all-in.
Oh, Shinny with the shove. Action gets back to Lee in the small, and he has ace-10 suited.
It's okay.
This is very, very close.
Apologies for our stack sizes disappearing here for a second, but I've been promised they will be back shortly. But we can see that Shinny here all in for 1.4 million, and the fold of the ace-10 suited.
Look, we haven't seen Shinny just move in yet.
Thank you very much.
So maybe that was the determining factor.
Take care.
Determining factor for Lee to make a good fold.
51.
Two massive stacks and two smaller stacks here. David Ko on 9.2 million. Kuanghung Lee on 6.5. Iannotti and Shinny on 2 million and 1.6 million respectively. These guys have a lot of work to do if they want to get back in the hunt to challenge for the title and the first prize of $84,000. All right, new dealer in the box. Cards back in the air.
485 total entries, I believe, to this.
Okay, not bad.
Lazar asks. So yeah, just under 500 entries here. We're down to the final 4.
What happened there?
So, you know, these are spots where like ace-4 could just jam pre when someone's going to be so active. But, you know, obviously we're super happy to hit the flop.
Going with the check raise here. And, oh man, look at this. Ko is just going to snap call. I was going to say, don't you want to have a player like Ko just barrel it off? But I guess he's even going to call check raises pretty wide.
Yeah. Look, you kind of are at almost, quote-unquote, the top of your range, even though you'd probably want maybe a little bit better of a kicker. But I do like this idea from Shinny here to go for value. And he's going to get called twice from Ko.
Wow.
Ko looking for a 6, a 10, or a queen.
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh.
He catches the 6 on the river to make trips.
And this improves
And he can
Shinny's
do no
hand.
wrong. And Yeung moves all in and gets snap called. Yeah. David Ko tables the queen 6. And just like that, we are down to 3.
Take it easy now.
The man who goes by Shinny thought he was on his way to a potential double up, but instead he finds himself on the rail. I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. This is unbelievable.
Well, we're getting Grinder later tonight. This is kind of Grinder-esque.
This is the appetizer.
This, like, with the way that Grinder ran over the main event final table, and Ko is just absolutely steamrolling here. Can do no wrong.
Unbelievable. I am speechless. David Ko catches the 6 and also catches the shove. We lose Shinny in 4th place, taking home $32,000. Boy, oh boy.
That hand was so fast, and then all I saw was eliminated.
Yeah, I never thought about,
he's like, see
but
ya.
I learned it like this summer. Yeah.
All right, so down to 3, and Dustin Iannotti must be so happy. He won like 10 jackets in the last 5 minutes.
He can get one in every color now.
4.
Whoa.
This does have all the makings of, I mean, not that we want someone to bust, but, you know, Iannotti going out here because he's a short stack, and then these two playing a super long heads-up match because they're so deep.
Both you guys.
Like, this is like my last tournament of the summer. Is it yours?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you get tilted, more run good, it's on you.
Yeah, I'm going to go into a story, but first look at your hand and
more
fold.
tilted you get too.
Of course.
Same time. It's like, I could have run this good in this tournament. Then I wouldn't be here.
There's just constants in poker. People complaining how good they're running and wishing it was another time is like one of those things. You got to take your run good when it comes and just be happy about it.
I mean, Donnie, you said Dustin might bust in 3rd and we get a long heads up. This is also a situation where Lee might bust in a monster pot and Dustin finds himself heads up.
True. That's very true.
Anything is possible.
But notice how much more measured Ko is one-on-one, blind-on-blind against Lee compared to the rest of the field. I think he has maybe a different respect for him, either his game or just his stack size, knowing that they are 1 and 2.
Blinds at 60K, 120K. It's been a whirlwind of a final table so far.
240.
And as we see more players hit the rail, Ko's ranges are starting to make more and more sense because the ranges loosen up as we get more and more shorthanded.
Yeah, this is actually one of the hands within range we've seen. The King 7 off on the button.
Very sad, very sad.
David Ko, by the way, just shy of $1 million in career tournament earnings.
Intuition.
Intuition. Yes. Have you been working on that too?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
All right.
Ko's largest stack was a win in the WPT Montreal in May of 2024, taking home $320,000.
It's a pretty nice win.
Very nice win. Good title to have on the resume. Lee here, who raises with ace-9 suited. He's got just shy of 500K in earnings. He's been putting in the work this summer all across town here in Las Vegas. Also cashing a few other ultimate stacks here at Venetian. And we see Ko with ace-10 of spades. Did you just say, oh, 1 million, excuse me, I thought he said 2 million there for a second.
This is immediately uncomfortable for Lee. I was wondering what he might do if faced by a 3-bet before the hands were even dealt. And I think maybe this is just one of those spots you just want to avoid, even though you know your opponent might be getting out of line. With Iannotti only working on 15 bigs, maybe you want to save the duel for heads up. But obviously, ace-9 suited, really big hand here on the button.
Yeah, one of the problems with this specific hand, also like ace-8, ace-7 suited, you don't make that many straights. It's you know, you're making 1-card straights if you're doing it. So it just makes these hands a little bit more unfavorable. Like you'd almost rather have an ace-5 suited, ace-4 suited. At least you have some potential there to make some straights.
Very well said. The real advantage to having this hand on the button is that you should dominate some of the 3-betting range of your opponent, like the Jack-9 suited, the 8-9 suited, the 9-10 suited, the ace-X off. That's really what you hope for. So it's very understandable to see Lee consider his options here because ace-9 suited in this circumstance is usually a pretty big hand.
Now, given Ko's aggressive play, do we, if we want to proceed, do we rather play a hand in position by calling, or do we often mix in a 4-bet here?
4-bet is just too spicy, I think. I think you'd rather have a worse hand to do it with, maybe like an ace-9 offsuit. So I do think that if anything, calling is probably the best
just,
thing
I'm going
to
sit
do
back and enjoy myself.
rather than put more money in
for an
here
action
pre.
flop.
Also, if you 4-bet, you risk like 4-bet folding. And your hand probably
Like
has a
that.
fair amount of equity against his range. Obviously, in this situation, we can see it's very much behind. But a lot of times, you're going to have a good amount of equity, so you can just play it in position.
And I think what we're about to see is why maybe you just want to avoid playing a post flop. But this is actually very good for us. When our opponent only bets 3 big blinds, and we have 2 overcards, a backdoor flush draw, a backdoor straight draw, we go nowhere now. But had we been faced with like a 3rd pot bet or a 40% bet, I think we just fold, and that's the issue of even seeing a flop here.
Second diamond on the turn. Board stays very low. At what point does Ko shut it down? Sort of being worried about 10s, 9s, jacks, or other type hands that'll just call him down.
Yeah, look, he could be worried about pocket 8s, pocket 5s. He could be worried about ace-3 suited, ace-deuce suited, ace-4 suited, ace-5 suited, like Donnie mentioned. And he doesn't really have, you know, he has enough showdown value. He still could have the best hand. His opponent could call the flop with king, queen suited, queen, jack suited, jack 10 suited. So it's fine for him to try to get the showdown here. And I would say maybe Lee has the same idea. And we do see both these hands check. And ace 10 going to win it if this does get to showdown.
Ace high.
Oh, man, this is going to be very sour grapes for Lee, who also has ace high and has to put it into the muck here. Is it impossible for Lee to ever find a bluff here?
It's not, but he beats enough hands.
Okay.
Right? Like, let's just say his opponent has a king high or queen high or just a 9 high, 10 high type stuff. So it's one of those spots where you don't have to turn hands that potentially can win at showdown into bluffs, because you also have the risk of maybe losing more chips and putting even more of a distance between you and the first chip leader there. But you're not wrong, Remco. You can turn value hands into bluffs if you think your opponent might have better. But maybe that's also a board run out where ace king can make a call and bluff catch. Ace queen can make a call and bluff catch. And Ko just going to work now. The clear chip lead.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like this.
I haven't, honestly.
I mean, we've seen chip leads, but he can like do no wrong.
I know.
And I feel like he feels it.
Straddle now is a button straddle.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna call this check raise with the 6, and I'm just gonna, you know, call the turn, fine. Bink on the river, of course.
Button straddle.
Oh. But I think it's partially
button straddle is bad
some
for
of
the game, so I won't do it.
maybe his opponent's not making adjustments to deny him equity from seeing flops, turns, and rivers. I think that's really something you gotta do. Like right here. Shit, I mean, this is such a sick spot, just given the stack layouts. But, you know, an all-in is not really an awful play here, even though it's 40 bigs. It's button versus small blind versus big blind. When you know this guy's playing probably 80% of the deck, maybe 100% of the deck. So, I mean, we'll probably just see a 3-bet to 900,000 or $1 million. But maybe we're even seeing a call.
I think I put this in.
Just as an all-in?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the cutoff, ace queen off, where I would just put it in. Like, I don't want to 3-bet and have to fold if he jams on me. I don't.
Well, you wouldn't, you know.
Well,
but like you said, you don't want to induce with ace queen off.
It's not like a comfortable spot to just call off, you know.
Because he could rip 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and maybe king jack suited on you and type stuff.
Iannotti absolutely loving this.
And look, if you got an opponent who is just going to snap fold to your 3-bets and stuff, then 3-betting is probably the best play there, so you don't risk, you know, torching it before you get heads up. But I think the ideas of just denying equity and moving all in is really a thing when someone's just going to raise fold a lot.
Sorry. All right, so Ko maintaining his massive lead on 12.5 million. Lee, second best. Iannotti just waiting in the wings, hoping for something to shove with.
He's playing the John Racner. He's just forget about me over here, guys.
Yeah.
No
I'm not even here.
Yeah, no big deal.
I mean, John Racner did have a bit too much bling to not stand out. Lee here with pocket queens. Turns it up. And obviously, Ko is going to, at the very least, see a flop.
These are where passivity becomes a preference.
Check.
Particularly on these boards when an ace, even though this is a range bet type scenario, your most common checks are your jacks, your queens, your kings. So I really like to see that by Lee. Now I think he could start pondering a value bet if he so chooses, since he has added equity and he doesn't block any of the cards that might continue or have a draw.
Lee betting 400,000. Ko does have a small piece of the board now. Makes the call. 6 on the river.
This is just his turn.
Oh my God!
What the hell is happening?
And now we're going to maybe see a lead here as this board texture has shifted dramatically. I think you do want to ponder a lead. We do see Ko grabbing chips. Holy crap, this guy cannot be stopped.
Unreal. And he does find the lead. No 3-bet here pre-flop, which will probably influence Lee a little bit. Then again, Ko could also have a 7.
A 7, a club draw that connected, have all the 2-pair combos, and Lee with just a stone-cold bluff catcher.
You gotta feel bad for Lee here. He's just playing well, and it's just like not going his way.
I mean, look, I think he's played this hand great, but now everything gets there.
Right.
And you have to find enough bluffs from your opponent. The bluffs that you beat are maybe missed diamonds, like jack high diamonds, queen high diamonds.
Yeah, but the problem here is you also know that David Ko understands the meaning of this card, and he's going to use every single excuse to try and win this hand.
Potentially, but like when he calls on the turn, he has something. And that river card just dramatically shifts the texture of the board, like I said. So you can't let your ego or what you think is happening get in the way of just what's happened here.
Call made, and Ko is going to show the winning 2-pair. Goes runner, 10-6. And chips up again. Now 15 million versus 3.5 and 1.4.
I love to see it. I laid down a monster.
Monster.
7 deuce of clubs.
Ah, yeah. Would have been a nut.
God
Wow.
damn.
And we are now at the stage of the tournament with Ko having all the chips where he could almost be like all in every hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, never bluff.
Never bluff.
Never bluff. Just
I haven't seen it.
Just has it.
Ko's going to be sad when the tournament ends, you know? It's just too much fun to run
It's
well,
more like I just bet
play
first
well.
and then think about if it's going to be bluff or about it.
Yeah. Seems fair.
Ace for Iannotti here. That is a monster hand given his situation. Oh, excuse me. Adds a little sauce to those chips there.
Oh, gosh. I mean, he can do anything. An all-in is kind of okay here. A min-raise to induce and get some action is also okay, but he might just want to all-in. Just shove it in.
He's going to move all in.
All in.
An ace-jack for Ko. He comes with the snap call, and we're going to see an all-in showdown as Lee tosses 6-3 of diamonds into the muck.
fair.
Well,
It's very fair.
it's been the David Ko show.
Nah, I don't feel this one, for sure.
Can
Question.
anyone put a stop
know.
to his run good?
9-10 queen for a sweat.
9-10 queen is too much. 9-10 queen too much. Just 9.
Wow.
9-10 5. How about that?
Okay.
Could be heads up here, but
I'll
we could
accept
also
that.
have
9-10 queen is too much.
an
Yeah.
interesting
9-10
three-handed battle.
I
You're
think-
right. You're right. It's
yeah.
overkill.
Yeah, yeah.
It's overkill.
Similar stacks. Here comes the flop. King,
It's not really
3-6. Lee would have
Heart.
flopped 2-pair. No
You
big
have
deal.
heart, right?
I have a heart.
Oh yeah, it's not fair. 10, I guess.
Ko looking for an
10
ace
is
or a
interesting.
jack.
No boy.
Iannotti trying to survive. Three
This
of
is not
spades
fun.
on the turn.
Whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
don't prepay. Don't prepay.
I feel you.
That's unfair. Can he do that? Call
Good
the
game,
floor.
guys.
Call
Good
the
game.
floor.
Good game.
No. Oh. God.
Now Iannotti has to counter the juju here by standing
you
up
have
himself,
now?
grabbing the backpack. Every trick out of the
we'll
book.
figure it out.
River card is the jack of diamonds.
It's so unfair.
Are you kidding me?
My God.
David Ko cannot be
Good game,
stopped.
bro.
Good game.
Very, very good.
It's fun.
The
Thank you very much.
prepay, standing up, and the GG.
We're going to take a break?
All the juju involved
No, just
here.
play.
Just break? That's great.
And we are heads up 16.1 million to 3.2 million. What an absolute tire fire this final table has been. And David Ko, the man holding the matches, he's got 135 big blinds. Lee on 27 bigs. I mean, Lee will be stoked that he just heads up here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look how much money he's moved up thus far, and now he has a chance to, hey, one double up, cut the lead down a little bit.
Also, by the way, shout out to Dustin Iannotti, the largest cash of his live tournament career, $42,587. That is absolutely nothing to sneeze at. He's been playing a lot this summer. The majority of his big cash is all coming this summer. Back in April, he finished third in the UltimateStack here at Venetian, which we also streamed for $21K. And now, doubling that number, taking home $42,000. And we are now heads up, $84K for the winner as tournament director Matt puts out the trophy. And let me just remind you here of the Bad Beat Barrel promotion running all year round. If you have aces full of kings, hand beaten by a better hand in any qualifying promotional cash game, you will select a Bad Beat Barrel cash prize envelope from our drawing drum. Prices range from $250 up to $5,000. Tons of promotions going on here over inside the Venetian poker room. Check out the back wall by the soda fountain. There's a lot of additional promos there for you to consider as well. All right, here we go. We are heads up.
Prepay, wake up, the speech play. It's just like I summoned it.
Got the trophy on the table. Switch positions. We still got the fire extinguisher card protector, which I doubt Ko will be using to extinguish himself at any moment, since he is just torching this final table.
I mean, if he wins this, he's going to go to the embassy for his new passport with his trophy.
He might claim residency.
450.
And 9-3 offsuit is enough for him, obviously.
Yeah, his opponent's probably going to play a lot of limps, sub 30 bigs on the button. So he's just taking bottom of the barrel hand, hoping to win it there. That is the Lion of Venetian, or Lion of Venice.
Lion of Venice.
Excuse me,
yes.
Lion of Venice.
Ace-Jack 3, all spades here. Ko raised the button, Lee defended.
Raise, C-bet, take it. The rich get richer. Remember, everyone who's joining us now, we will be back live in about an hour from now, streaming Brian Oken and JRB's 100-200 No Limit Hold'em cash game, which will feature the Grinder and Martin Cabral. As Lee picks up 2 jacks, and he comes in with a limp on the button. Love it, love it.
Check.
So the idea behind these limps with like 20 big stacks, 20 big blind stacks or so, is that it's really hard to make a pair. And this is the situation you hope for. Your opponent makes a pair and you have an overpair. So I would love to see jacks put in a raise here and start getting some value. And this is why you trap these kind of hands. So Lee not raising, I don't like this. I would have really liked to see a raise on this flop, but no big deal. He's going to just trap, quote unquote.
3 of clubs pairs the board on the turn. Those jacks still very much best for Lee.
And Ko probably thinking pretty comfortably he's got the best hand as well. Pair of 7s and 3s with a king kicker. And we see a little overbet, and now perhaps is the time for Lee to go for value, or is he just going to keep calling if your opponent has a 4x or 6x type hand, or diamonds, or just the stone bluff with 8-6, or deuce 4, or 8-9? You know, do you want them to just keep bluffing it off? But again, it gets spicy on certain river cards. So that's why I would have liked to see a flop raise, but now when you find yourself here, maybe an all-in is worth it. But we see just him call. So he's just trapping, slow playing this till the death, till the end, trying to get max value. Needs a fade, a king or a 7, and he does. But can he get value on this kind of run out? Ko does think he has the best of it still. And he moves all in. I'm sure this is a value bet. And I mean, I don't see how we ever see jacks fold here. Sure, it's a little uncomfortable. Your opponent might have made a straight, but you just have slow played this hand. You can beat value even. So all Lee has to do is just put in the chips for a call, and he's going to double up. Hands that would keep bluffing here, I imagine, are some missed diamond draws. Some 8-9. And we see jacks hit the muck. Oh my God, I'm shocked by that. Oh my God.
I mean, that's just an entirely different type of run good. I think we've seen all the different variants of run good for Ko here, and that one is the best hand hitting the muck in a spot where he very much should have put the chips in, given how that one played out.
He had multiple chances to put the chips in, raise the flop, shove the turn, and then on the river, yes, it's hard to navigate, but you had your opponent shoving king 7 thinking he was good. Like you said, that is ultimate run good.
Wow. The David Ko final table freight train continues to barrel down the rails, and I don't even know what to say. Lee in a world of trouble, approaching 10 big blinds.
And now we flop bottom pair. Our opponent flops an overcard and a flush draw, betting 1 big blind. Surely we continue.
I'm getting texts from my friend Puneeth, who is legitimately wondering if Ko stands for KO, if that's his nickname. Might as well be at this point. Third heart here on board. Ko again with the goods.
And Lee looking a little demoralized. Getting ran over now. And only working with 11 big blinds. Versus 150 blinds.
And that's the thing, you said at the start of the show. The structure is good, the stacks are deep, this could be a long final table. We're heads up with one player on basically 10 bigs after 2 hours of play.
Look, Lee played that jacks perfectly. If you want to trap, fine, trap. But on the river, I don't see how you ever fold. But yeah, anyway. We're here now.
And Lee does have a hand here with king, queen off.
Wow, first raise you ever did. All in?
Oh, wow, and Ko just with the snap all in.
Ko says, first raise you ever did, but I don't care. I'm all in with Jack 10 suited. Let's just run it. Test the run good out. You only have 11 bigs.
All right, we got king, queen versus Jack 10. A fair fight, if you will. 60-40 in Lee's favor. 2.8 million in the middle. Lee's going to need 2 more of these double ups before this thing gets really exciting. But it all starts with the first one. Can he at least hold up here? And it comes queen 10-4, never easy.
One each.
As Ko
What do you want?
still
You
has
want
some
the
outs.
king or jack?
Queen.
No, you have to choose king or jack. King or jack?
King.
King? Okay, king. King it is.
Many ways for this to
Agreed.
become a backdoor straight.
Oh.
We see the 9
that's
of
not
clubs,
good, that's
and
not
Ko
good.
adds some outs. If this final table continues the way that
Now
it
you want
has, one of those
jack?
cards at the top of
Queen.
your screen will end up
King
on
or
the
jack?
river.
I'm telling you, king or jack. You can only choose king or jack.
Maybe ace.
I'm telling you,
9
it's a
outs
king
for Ko to
or
end it.
jack. You have to choose. You can't go for like queen or ace or whatever.
River card is the 6 of clubs, and it's not over yet as Lee doubles up to 2.8 million. I thought it was. I thought it was going to be over.
I'm shocked that he didn't hit the river. I'm
Same.
just so totally shocked with the way that it's been going for him all day.
But look, Lee, double up. Great. Let's go. You got 25 bigs. You're right back in it.
Wait, 1 million? 375. 1,375. 1,074.
Now, if you were Lee's coach here in this spot, and you got to talk to him off camera on a little break, would you, like, what would you advise him? Because Ko is not going to change his style.
Look, I thought Lee's been playing very solid, very good this whole final table. Just the Jack's hand was the only blunder I've really seen. I would try to tell him how wide ranges are in a heads-up kind of game, and I would try to just tell him to stick to his fundamentals of raising your good hands, limping the button, and just trying to understand how ranges are going to look and how you should proceed with strong hands, basically. It's kind of hard to disrupt someone when they're playing. You know, I've had students that have been heads up for very big titles, and I thought they had an idea of the fundamentals, and then they kind of just froze out when they got heads up because they're heads up now, and they just forget everything, and it's such a big pressure moment. So very hard to give sound advice sometimes in the heat of battle. And this is a pretty formidable flop for both players. Ko with top pair, and Lee with bottom pair and a straight draw, I believe.
Yeah, lots of potential here. Lots of interesting turn cards possible as well. Deuce of spades on the turn is not one of them. And as he does, Ko just continues firing.
And Lee really shouldn't go anywhere for 3 bigs. We do see him make the call. I think this is really sound thus far. You have a bluff catcher. You potentially have the best hand. You have added equity. So I love to see Lee continue here. Obviously, you want to hit a 4, a 5, or a brick, and you want it to go check, check, but
The 7 pairs on the river. Ko checks back quickly here, worried about the presence of a 7, but his 8-5 is going to win, and Lee back down to 2.2 million.
well played from both players.
Cool.
Bless you.
Wow. All right, here we go. 58K and 82K. Big difference between first and second. 485 players in this event. This is the UltimateStack final table. Sort of the summer closeout tournament as far as Venetian Poker Live tournament streaming is concerned, but cash games hotter than ever. We got the summer showdown tonight in less than an hour, by the way. Mizrachi, Cabral, Brian Oken, JRB, Eric Wasserson, John Isaac. I have a feeling that there's going to be over $1 million on the table by the time we hit our break after 2 hours of play. And I also am wondering if Mizrachi has watched this game before, or if he's aware of guys like John Isaac and Wasserson, who basically are all in whenever they can.
Yeah, this cash game that we're going to see later tonight is a rarity. I mean, I know that kind of format is a thing, the squid game and stand-up game and all these other quirky things that people do in these private games. But if you've never watched a stream or never played in a game like that, it is quite the adjustment of strategy to understand how to navigate that game.
Well, you mentioned on a prior stream, even though the minimum buy-in is 20K, that you wouldn't want to sit down unless you're comfortably willing to lose 100,000, which
Yep,
is
that was
5
my
buy-ins.
yeah, that was my my number. 100K I needed to just bring with me that night that I would be comfortable losing.
Martin Cabral, meanwhile, tweeting about tonight's cash game. He says he's hungry, so that's going to be good.
He's really gone to the Phil Hellmuth School of Marketing, I feel like. How to one overshadow other people in their big moments. And then, of course, like this too. Shout out to Hellmuth, though. I love you, buddy. Just talking a little smack. But it's funny. I thought Grinder was just a massive pull, as we see Ko just go for a bluff. But I thought, look, you got Grinder on the game. Like, you don't need anyone else. Everyone wants to know what Grinder's doing. He just won the main a week ago. Like, this is a huge game. We're going to have so many people tune in. Now, Cabral throws his hat into the ring. I'm a little, I'm a little surprised.
And then, Donnie, are you calling security or am I calling security if Kasuf starts banging on the windows?
I will put that guy in a chokehold if he shows up.
That's a job for Tommy. That's a job. We're gonna have to. Tommy's gonna have to bust out the.
Imagine
the
what is it? Night swim to let me in.
Oh my God. Lee, two kings.
Hello, baby. Don't call it a comeback yet.
360.
Oh my God! With the 8 deuce off.
Look, you can slow play this. Or you can go all in. Either way, you can't go wrong. And I can just imagine Tommy La Rosa pulling out a baseball bat or something, having to clear any people out of the Venetian poker room that don't need to be there. And I love this from Lee. I love this.
It comes queen 4-9, 2 clubs. Ko does have 1 club. That's enough, maybe. Who knows? But Lee is probably supposed to go really small here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just 1 big blind if you want.
I don't know why, but I keep thinking that Ko is going to pull something crazy out of his hat. And that was one of those situations where I saw the deuce of clubs and I'm like, 3rd club on the turn, why not? But, of course, this hand is over right here on the spot.
He has gotten out of line in a minor way in sometimes, but then he's also shut down a lot in spots too. So I think that was a good example there.
And again, David Ko continues to raise every single hand.
You have chip behind it?
No.
Oh, okay. Where did it came from? It was like magic show.
Queen 10, 7, 2 spades.
180?
If we could get Ko in the game tonight, I would get him in the game tonight. Trust. If he could just bring the 82,000, he might potentially win. And yeah, just bring it all to the table. I mean, he might torch it. That's what the fire extinguisher might be for, but it would be quite the sight. And here he has a spot where he might double barrel, even though the board texture's a little nasty. He does turn equity, and this might work. I mean, how sick I'm really interested to see what this game is going to play like tonight. Because we already kind of know what the game's like without Cabral and Grinder. But yeah, how the hell did Cabral get in here? That's what I want to know.
Here's a look at the upcoming events. As I mentioned, cash game tonight, next week, and in the weeks following as well. Mark this in your calendar, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Oh man, tonight's going to be such a crazy bit of action. Ace King of Hearts here for Lee. This might be something here.
Second guessing his decision.
Ko's going to call with 10-5 of diamonds. This is exactly what Ko's looking for. Pair and a flush draw. Top pair, top kicker. We're going to see fireworks.
Exactly what Lee's looking for. Top pair, top kicker himself with ace king of hearts.
Yeah, Lee's going to think he's got his man, and little does he know.
Oh my god.
Oh, no way. No way. The diamond comes in on the turn.
Not only is it a diamond.
And it's the ace of diamonds.
It's so sick. It really is so sick.
This is fitting how this final table has gone for Mr. Ko, as he's probably going to get the final knockout.
Dude, I mentioned how it's similar to the grinder. Remember when the grinder made the flush against 2 pair?
Oh my god.
For Wozniak? It's the same thing.
Oh.
And we got the grinder next? It's just not real. It's not real.
This whole final table is not real.
Grinder did have the 10-5 of clubs. Was it the 10-5 of clubs?
It was 10-something of clubs.
Yeah, it might have been 10-5.
So million in the middle, Lee with pot size remaining.
I mean, I would just be betting small here to try to induce someone with just a diamond, like the 6x with a diamond, 10x with a diamond, but...
All right.
And there comes the all-in from Ko. Lee with the snap call, and all of a sudden, we are a card away from this thing being done. Lee looking for an ace
and like
or
Grinder.
He said good game.
It's
not over.
Oh my god.
This is just like Grinder. Grinder had the 10-3 of clubs, by the way, but still.
Oh my god.
And he said good game because Grinder was celebrating like it was over too. Can hit a full house, of course.
But like Grinder, they didn't. So if we're going to complete this story, good game, Mr. Lee in second place.
Oh my god, I cannot believe what I'm watching here.
This has been
What a
outrageous.
prelude to tonight's game.
This final table has been absolutely epic. Can Ko just finish it clean here?
Picture?
Picture? Okay.
Picture? Okay.
Oh
Noise,
my God.
just picture.
All right, river card, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 8 of spades, and that'll do it.
Okay.
David Ko goes wire to wire. One of the most dominating performances I've ever seen. And look at him holding up the arms. Will take home the trophy. What an absurd final table we just watched. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Done. We are done. This is over. It's done. It's done. We are back in about 45 minutes for Cash Game Night live from this very room. It's going to be Mizrachi Cabral, Oken, and JRB, along with Wasserson and a few others. But we look here at David Ko, the winner of this Ultimate Stack for $82,000. Kuanghung Lee takes home $58K for his terrific showing here at this final table. And for Donnie Peters and Tristan Wade, my name is Rem Karinkama. Thank you all so much for watching, but please join us for the Cash Game at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Don't miss out. See you in about 45 minutes. Shout out David Ko. What a terrific showing. This has been one heck of a table. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in a few.